So still twisting. We're going to go about one more to each side, and then we're going to go forward arm circles. So just nice forward circles. They don't have to be huge. They don't even have to be fast. It's really whatever you like to do, whatever feels good. And then you're going to reverse, right? So we're going reverse. All right, and then we're going to do door openers. So you'll bring your arms together. You'll come apart, right? So every time those arms come apart, squeeze those shoulder blades, right? We're trying to open up the chest, get the arms moving along, get the body moving along. We're going to do 3 more here. And then we're going to go into just some high knee marches, right? So it doesn't have to be fast. You're just trying to wake up those balancing muscles, wake up those legs. Try to get your knee up to at least your waistline, right? And if you want to go fast, by all means, go for it. But you don't have to, right? Because we'll get you warmed up either way. So just nice and controlled. We're going to go about 10 more seconds here, and then we'll do our butt kickers. So we'll go 1 more to each leg, then you're going to kick back. So as you kick back, you can kind of start loosening up those arms again, just to keep them moving, right? We're trying to stretch our quad. See if you can kick yourself in the butt. I kick myself, boom. See? Look, I'll show you. Look at that. Ooh, flexibility. That's what Pilates does for you. So we got about 10 seconds here, and then we're going to do opposite arm, opposite leg. So I'll go 5 more here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you're going to go straight arm, straight leg, and you're just going opposites, side to side. So you should feel that stretch through that hamstring, right? It's just nice and controlled. It doesn't have to be fast. You don't have to touch your toes. If you did touch your toes, that's quite the feat, right? You're pretty cool if you do. Okay, we got about 10 seconds. Then we're going to get our hips warming up more here. So we'll go 1 more to each side. And then you're going to relax. So you're going to do, your knees are going to be bent. You're going to do a side tap with your right leg. So you're going to tap your toe and back, right? Tap and back. So you want that left knee slightly bent. Press those hips back a little bit. You're just trying to stretch out that right leg and coming back in, right? So you're tapping out and then just tap that right toe because we want our left leg to get warmed up. Okay, so we're going to go about 5 more here. There's 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now we're going to do the left leg. So same thing. You're tapping and back. So making sure you've got that right knee slightly bent. We're tapping our left toe and back, right? You want to keep your hips pressed back. And of course, you're just moving along, right? So tapping in and back. Okay, we got 5 more. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now what you're going to do, going back to your right leg, you're tapping back as far as you can and in. So you want to tap back and in. Okay, so really try to stretch out that right leg. Tap your toe and back. Okay, so as you do this with your right leg, you should feel that left glute and hip warming up. Okay, we got 5 more. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Same thing, just with your left leg. You're tapping and in, right? So it's just that toe. You don't want to put a lot of weight on that left side. We want to focus onto the right side. Okay, nice and controlled, stretching that leg out. Okay, we got about 5 more here. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 5. When we're standing up nice and tall, you're going to do your double arm row. So no weights, you're just going to pull back, squeeze those shoulder blades, nice and easy, you're coming back. Okay, so it's nothing too crazy. You're just squeezing those posture muscles. As you squeeze, make sure that your sternum presses forward and your core is staying nice and tight. Okay, just nice and controlled. We're going to go 5 more here. Here's 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Here is 5. Then we're going to get our rotator cuff muscles warmed up. You're going to have elbows by your side, palms are up, and you're just doing small motions wide. So your elbows and your body, there should be no space, right? You don't see any gaps between my elbow and my body, right? So you don't want to be here. That's not going to warm you up. It's a small motion, palms are up. Okay, nice and controlled. Doesn't have to be fast, right? We're going to go 5 more here. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you got touchdown arms, so you're gonna have your elbows even with your shoulder, your forearms come down and back, right? So it's just your forearms, nothing too wild. Scarecrow football, whatever you want to call this, I don't care. Okay, nice and controlled. So we got about 5 more here. Here is 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, here is 5. Then you're gonna relax and we're gonna get started. So go ahead and grab your mini band here. You're gonna put the band around your ankles. If you don't have a band, you don't have to use a band. You can still do the same motions. You just won't have that added resistance. So our first motion here is gonna be a minute long. Then we're gonna grab our dumbbells. So I haven't started yet. I'm just showing you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do monster walk. You want those knees bent, hips are pressed back. You're stepping as wide as you can. You can go about 3 one direction, 3 the other. On this, try to watch those toes. Make sure your toes are pointing forward, okay? Ready, and go. So you wanna make sure you're stepping nice, wide steps. Make sure that you're not dragging your foot on the floor, right? It's easy for your body to wanna cheat. You've gotta take your time on this move, right? It doesn't have to be fast. Make sure your hips are pressed back. That's gonna take tension off of your knees, right? And it's gonna engage your core, right? So you're just going nice and easy, side to side. If you start burning out because you went too fast, I'm not gonna feel sorry for you, right? Heck no, I know how long we're doing it, so I won't go too fast. Okay, so we're halfway, stepping as wide as you can, right? You're trying to get those glutes are moving, because when we grab our weights, guess what? Your glutes are gonna be moving. Okay, nice and controlled. Wide, wide, wide. Okay, we got about 10 seconds, right? Make sure there's always resistance in that band, right? You're not dragging your foot. We're gonna go 4 more, whatever way you're doing. Here's 1, 2, 3, and there's 4. Go ahead and take that band back. You're gonna grab both dumbbells. So on this, we've got 2 options. So option number 1 is you're gonna do a side lunge. You're gonna step to the right, that knee bends. You'll do a row with your arms and then come back. Okay, so here's option 1. Option number 2, if you're not gonna do a side lunge, you're just gonna step, you'll hinge, row, and then come back, right? So you don't do the side lunge if it doesn't feel good. Okay, so just our right leg, ready, go. So you'll step, press those hips back, row, come back, and up, right? Step, row, back, okay? So remember, you do not have to do that side lunge. You could just step and do your hinge and row. It's really up to you, right? So if you have knee pain, don't do the lunge, right? Try to press those hips back though as you're lunging here, okay? Nice and controlled. We've only got 30 seconds each side, so that's not too bad, okay? So now we're gonna go to our left leg. Left leg leads the way. We row and come back. We row and come back, right? So we switch sides if you're not paying attention. Hopefully you were, right? Otherwise you're just gonna be doing the same leg for like a minute and then you won't do the other side. You don't want that to happen to you, right? Heck no. Okay, nice and controlled, right? Remember, it's only 30 seconds each side, right? And your arms are gonna burn a little bit, but it's only a minute of rows. That's not too bad, right? We got 1 little circuit standing here, then we're on the mat the rest of the time. 1 more. Okay, so now you got 1 dumbbell, and again, we got 2 options of how you can do this. So you're gonna start with your weight out, your right leg would step back, and you would pull in and come back, or you can turn it into a reverse lunge. You would lunge and come back. Okay, so you can either step or lunge. Right leg is going back. Your weight starts out front. Go for it. So you'll step and bring your knee to your weight. Right, there's option number 1. Or you can lunge and come in. Lunge and come in. Right, remember the lunge is optional. Doesn't mean you have to do it, right? But maybe you like doing lunges, I don't know. Okay, you can do either variation, right? And if your weight feels like too much, put your weight down, right? Either way, my balance is all over today. 1 more. Then you're gonna switch sides. Left leg is coming back, right? right? And you're bending in and back, or you're turning into that lunge and coming up, okay? Nice and controlled, right? Make sure you're breathing. You're having fun, of course, okay? Doing either variation, right? It doesn't matter. We got about 3 more here probably, right? Go ahead and do 1 more. And you're gonna relax. You're gonna keep that 1 dumbbell, and we're gonna get real wild, okay? So, right leg is gonna be your moving leg. You're gonna come down into your side lunge. You'll come back up, and then you'll step back with your right leg and come up. So you're just going wide, right? And then you would go back. Okay, if the side lunge hurts your knee, just step wide, don't go down into it. Okay, so just your right leg. Ready? And go. So right leg goes into that side lunge, you'll come back, then you would step back and come in. Right, so again, on this, if you want to add that reverse lunge in, guess what? You get to, okay? So it's just your right leg that's in charge, right? You don't have to lunge unless it doesn't bother those knees, right? But if it bothers your knees, just do wide steps, right? Kind of like we did in warm-up, right? It's gonna work your balance either way. The lunge just adds a little extra fun. Okay, now we're going to our left leg. Same thing. Left leg will go wide, right? And then you'll do your reverse lunge or tap back, okay? So you can do a wide tap, right? A back tap, okay? So when you tap, just put that left toe just barely on the ground. I just hit the wall. If you were wondering what that thump was, that was me. My legs are just too long. That's what it is. Okay, nice and controlled. Taking your time, right? Oh yeah. And we're gonna go 1 more of each. And then you're gonna relax. And we're gonna go to the mat. Okay, so grab your band, grab those weights. You are gonna have the band up above your knees. Okay, so band is up above the knees. And we're gonna start with a bridge, okay? So what you're gonna do, you wanna start with your feet about normal, hip width apart. You're gonna press up. You're gonna go wide. You'll come back. You'll come down. Okay, so it's up, press wide, come back, come down. Okay, go for it. So you're up, wide into the band, come back, and down. So your foot placement should make it so your band is already tight. Okay, you want to make sure you're still squeezing those glutes when you come up. Right, you can catch your breath a little bit. So nice and controlled. Right, fun bridges here. It's a little bit nicer than doing a monster walk, maybe. That's a matter of opinion, I guess. Right? So on this next motion, you're going to stay up and you're just going wide with those legs. So it's not a pulse, right? It's a controlled motion, wide and back, wide and back. The hard part is controlling those legs on the way back and not just letting your knees flop in, right? You want to resist your resistance band. Gee whiz, I wonder why it's called a resistance band. Well, I don't know. Okay, nice and controlled. Keep on breathing. You got about 10 seconds to go. Right? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you're going to relax. Keep that band on. You're going to grab both of your dumbbells. So what you're going to do here, we're going to start with a tricep motion. So you want your palms facing in. You're going to keep your hips down. And we're going to start with just triceps and bending our elbows and bringing our weights down. Okay? So we got 30 seconds just like that. Ready? And go. Okay, so make sure those elbows point to the ceiling and back. If your weights start to feel like they're too heavy, just set one weight down and do it with one weight, hold it on each end, and do that same motion, right? Triceps are pretty challenging, so if you need a lighter weight, that's okay. I won't yell at you. I would never. Okay, nice and controlled, keeping the core tight, breathing. Okay, on this next one, you're going to keep your weights up. You're going to press up into our bridge, and we're just going wide with those legs again, right? We just did this, no big deal. but keep those arms nice and straight. You want your weight right above your shoulders, right? You're staying up tall. Okay, and you're just going wide. No big deal at all today. Okay, so keep on breathing. Keep on holding those weights up. And just a little bit here, we're gonna make it more fun for you. Okay, you got about 5 seconds. Okay, so we're holding our bridge. You're gonna do 4 triceps. So here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. Hold those weights up, 4 pulses with our band. There's 2, 3, 4. 4 triceps. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold those weights up, 4 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going again. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold those weights up. We're pulsing 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping that weight. We got our triceps here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding that weight. We're going wide for 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 2 more sets. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold those weights up. We're pulsing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. Here we go. Here is 1. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. Hold those weights up. We're going wide for 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can relax on down, right? Sit those weights down for a second. Sure. So now we're going to bring our band back down to our ankles here. Okay. And we're going to do a little bit of a core move, right? Because we haven't done enough core yet. Okay, so you're going to have both legs up straight if you can. Okay, so what you're going to do, make sure you're pointing your toes. You want to make sure that your ankles aren't floppy like this, right? You don't want your feet to look like that. So as you crunch, your legs will go wide. You're going to come back down and your legs will relax. So you're just doing crunch and wide. This is it. We're not adding to it yet. Okay, ready? And go. So you'll crunch and go wide and back, right? If your back was really tight and you needed to do tabletop, guess what you can, right? You could even have your feet on the ground and just hold resistance to it. Okay, so we're focusing on that core bracing. We're just trying to add a little bit of resistance with that band just because, why not? You know, we don't want to miss out on that. Heck no. Okay, nice and controlled. Keep on breathing. You're doing a great job. We got 2 more here. Here is 1. Here is 2. You're going to relax. Take that band off, right? So since we warmed up our abs, we better still use them. Okay, so you're going to have 1 dumbbell. You have the option. You can have 1 foot up, 1 foot down, or if you can, you're going to go both legs and we're going to do toe reaches. So you would reach up and come back down, right? So if you have 1 foot down, it just makes it a little bit more supported for your back, right? You'd be here. Okay, go for it. If the weight feels like too much, right, you don't have to use it. If your neck starts to hurt, just turn it into a crunch. Okay, otherwise, just try to reach for those toes, right? And it's just nice and controlled. Okay, we've got 15 seconds. You're doing a great job. Try and keep those legs or that leg nice and straight. On this next one, you're going to keep your head down, hold the weight. We're going to some core bracing. So exhale, you're going to let your legs come down as far as you feel you can. Inhale, they come back up, right? So small motions are fine. If your legs are making it all the way to the floor, you better be shaking and baking, okay? Nice and controlled. Again, you could do small motions if you need to modify or just do 1 leg, right? Because we got a combo move coming up, okay? Nice and controlled. Focus on that lower back in your core. If your back is arching, you're not getting the full benefit out of this exercise. Okay, so you really got to focus in on what you're doing. Okay, we got 1 more. Then you're going to keep those legs up and we're going to do a combo move. So you're going to do a toe reach. You'll come down, legs go down, legs go up, toe reach, right? We're just combining our 2 moves we did. Okay, so legs go down, legs come out, toe reach, right? So remember, it doesn't have to be huge motions, right? I'm not letting my legs go all the way to the ground and my abs are still working, okay? Nice and controlled, right? So that means you're taking your time. You're not just whipping through this motion. Your core should be pretty darn tired. We call that PDT, pretty darn tired. Okay, nice and controlled. Keep on breathing. We've gone 30 more seconds like this. Why? Because I'm crazy, right? Nice and controlled. It's because core bracing is just that good for you. Oh, yeah. Okay, keep on breathing. Keep on moving, right? Modify if you need to. The longer we go, the more those muscles get tired. And you don't want to feel tired. Heck no. Because you want this workout to just rev you up. Right? Pilates is like drinking a big old cup of coffee, but better for your stomach. And relax. Whew. All right, we are going to our tripod position here, right? No band required. We're done with our band for the day. I'm sick of it. Okay? So, what we're going to do, you just need one dumbbell. Okay, and we're going to start with our row. So, you're going to have your right leg out straight. Make sure your right hand is right underneath your shoulder. With your left arm, we're just going to row up and back. Okay? You ready? Doesn't matter if you're not. Go for it. Okay? So rowing up and back, keeping that core tight, nice and controlled. Okay, make sure you're breathing. Right, we're just focusing on one side at a time here. Okay, we got a lot of muscle endurance going today. So it's just gonna be get you, gotcha. That's what we call it. Get you, gotcha. Okay, you're doing a great job. Let's do two more. Here's one. Here's two. Then you're gonna relax. We're gonna switch sides. So right arm, left leg, same rowing motion. Watch that hit. Okay, nice and controlled. Okay, you're moving through the motion. Right, you're rowing. You're having fun. I can tell. You're like, heck yeah, I could do this one all day. Right, rowing is so much fun. I get it. That's what I say. All right, while I roast my turkey, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, nice and controlled. We've got 5 more. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and relax. Now we're gonna have both of our weights, and we're gonna do an alternating row, but we're gonna make it a little bit more fun here for you. Okay, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna do your same tripod, so your opposite leg will be out that you're rowing with. You're gonna row, you're gonna come in, you'll switch, you'll row, and then we're gonna do 4 each side, right? So you're gonna go one side, and we'll do 4, and then you'll go to the other side, 4, then we're gonna come to the middle, and you know what we're gonna do? 4 push-ups, right? So you can go knees down and do push-ups, you can do toes up and push-ups, or just hold a plank. Okay, we're gonna repeat that. We'll do 4 one side, 4 the other, 4 push-ups in the middle, or a plank. Okay, right? If you don't want to do a push-up or plank, just keep rolling 4 to 4. Ready? And go. Right. So I'm starting with my left arm. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm switching sides. Right arm, left leg. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna set up for push-ups with my knees down. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna repeat going back to my left arm. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. So go at a pace that feels good to you. Right. If you don't want to do those push-ups in the middle, just keep on alternating. Work on that muscle endurance. Right. With those rows. Okay. So 4, 4, and 4. That's your magic number. We've got 30 seconds to go. So keep on cooking where you're at. Okay. Go at a pace that feels good to you. Okay. And it doesn't even have to be fast. Right. I'm not going very fast. Right. And push-ups really shouldn't be done quickly anyways. Okay. So nice and controlled. 4, 4, 4. 4 by 4 by 4 by 4. Right. A 4 by 4 sounds like a cocktail. No, that's a 7 and 7. So we should have done 7, 7, 7 of these, I guess. Okay, you're doing a great job. Go ahead and finish up your last 4, and then you're gonna relax. Right? Yeah. So you just gotta do 4 or whatever and relax, unless you want to finish your set. Okay, then from there we're gonna be in a V-sit position. Okay, so V-sit, that just means you're gonna be, knees are bent in here. So on this, if it hurts your back, you could stand up instead, or you can put like a pillow or Pilates ball behind your back, right? So you could stand or be here. So what we're gonna do, you are gonna do 4 bicep curls, okay? And then you're gonna do 4 overhead presses, and we're gonna alternate, right? So you don't have to sit if it hurts your back, stand up and do it. It's still gonna burn. Okay, so same thing, 4 and 4 of fun. Ready? And go, right? So you're here. You can keep those heels down. You'll do 4 curls. There's 2, 3, 4. Then I'll turn my palms. I got 4 overhead. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Now give me my front view. I'm just repeating. So I've got 4, right? If you want to make it harder, pick those legs up, right? And go there. Okay, a little more balance and core work there. Okay, so it's just 4 and 4. Just what we've been doing, right? No big deal. And it kind of feels good too, doesn't it? Well, the good news is we're halfway there. Okay, not always is good news. Then you just have to count to 4. That's not bad, right? Remember, if 2 dumbbells feels like too much, guess what? Put 1 down, do it with 1. Okay, nice and controlled. 4 and 4, right? You're pressing tall. You're breathing. And we're almost done. I promise. I'm not even lying to you, right? Go ahead and finish up your set of 4, whatever number or whichever exercise you're on. And then you're going to relax. And then you're just all done. Right there. No big deal.